What's up, y'all? My name is Lewis, and I'm a throttleaholic. So winter's rolling in, and now's the time to gear up, if you haven't already done so. Today we're unboxing, or I should say, unpackaging a pair of KemiMoto Winter Motorcycle Gloves. They claim to be waterproof, windproof, and touchscreen compatible, and also come with carbon fiber knuckle protection. That all sounds good on paper, but let's go ahead and get them unpackaged and see how they look and feel. Ooh. Well. Full disclosure, KemiMoto sent these for me to try out, and as always, you're going to get my honest opinion. Now, this is not my first KemiMoto product. I've got several of their other products that I've purchased in the past. I've got some saddlebag organizers, and then I've got a few things that are on my ATV, which I'll show you those in another video. But I've also got another pair of their gloves that I purchased a couple of weeks ago, which is a pair of their summer gloves that they had on sale. And I'll provide a link for those too. I think I paid $9 for them, but I'll provide a link to those in the description below. But as always, a lot of the products that you get through KemiMoto, they come in a Ziploc bag, and this is no exception. You can see the carbon fiber protection right up front. The material seems legit. The leather and textile material feels thick but not stiff. Inside, you've got a liner that feels warm and soft but not scratchy like you get in a lot of cheaper gloves. Okay, so let's take a closer look at these winter motorcycle gloves from KemiMoto. You've got this carbon fiber shell that protects your hand and knuckles. It also has this carbon fiber protective pad here on the lower palm. The palms and the inside of the fingers are of an abrasion-resistant microfiber material. Now they are layered. They have the velvet inner lining, a waterproof layer, and a windproof layer. I'm not sure if this is real leather or imitation leather, but the quality looks rather well. There is a layer of protective padding for some extra finger protection, especially here around the knuckles. Along each index finger, there's about a 2.5-inch squeegee for wiping rain off your shield. Along the upper part of the palm is this anti-slip material for a better grip. They have an elastic cuff and this hook and loop tape at the wrist and the cuff. They also have reflective tape on the index fingers, wrist, and cuff. Now I went with a extra large. Most gloves, I wear a 2X. The KemiMoto website has a fitment guide to go by, and so by using that chart, I went with the extra large. Now they seem to fit. They seem to be true to fit. The fingers now are just a little long, but I think when I reach and wrap around the hand grips that it'll take up that space. A little snug around my right knuckles, but that's to be expected. After over 40 years in the martial arts, my knuckles are a little larger than normal. Now this is the wrist strap, tightens up good and snug, and then as you can see, these are kind of a gauntlet style to allow you to put your jacket or shirt underneath, but I must say I'm pretty pleased with the way they feel. They're very comfortable. Now the true test is going to be in the cold, but overall first impression, they're very comfortable. They're not as bulky as a lot of winter gloves are. Now these are not heated. These are just strictly winter gloves. And it just so happens this weekend I'm going to be crushing some miles on the Grand Motorcycle Tour of Texas, trying to get as many stops in as possible since there's only a week left in the contest. Tomorrow morning it's supposed to be like 30. So it'll give me a chance to wear these and try these out and get out in the cold. There will be some highway miles, so the windshield factor will be up there pretty high. It'll be a good test on these gloves just to see how warm they really are. Give a review on these gloves after my ride this weekend. One more thing, they claim to be waterproof, so let's go outside. I mean, I've got a sink here in my man cave, but I think I'm gonna go outside and use a sprayer. Sorry for the background noise, my neighbors are riding dirt bikes. Anyway, so what I'm gonna do, I've got the garden hose with a hand sprayer, and we'll check out the waterproofness. If that's a word. Is that a word, waterproofness? We'll check out and see how waterproof they are. All right, let's try out the, you can see the water's definitely beating up on it. So I don't know, I don't know how long that'd be able to sustain a rain, heavy rain, but the water is beating off, as you can see. So far so good. All right, so now let's just check the touch screen. That works okay. Let's go to photos, that works. Text message. Okay, so seems to pass the touchscreen test. So first impressions, they feel solid. The protection looks legit. The warmth seems to be there. And I really like that you don't lose too much dexterity. So if you do cold weather commutes or rides, these could be an option for you, especially for the price. I'll be testing these out on a few long rides this weekend, so stay tuned for a full review. This is going to be my first review on these KemiMoto gloves. I can honestly say I like them. When I left this morning, I think it was 37 degrees. And they kept my hands warm. And now I think we are up to, let's see, we're up to 49 degrees now, and my hands are getting kind of warm. So I think I'm going to go ahead and switch back to my summer gloves. But yeah, if you're in the market for some good winter gloves, and you're in an environment that's not too cold that you need heated gloves, these are perfect. I highly recommend them. I'll provide a link down below if y'all want to check these out. And as always, if you found this video helpful, be sure and give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to the channel. And let me know what kind of gloves you're running this winter. Ride safe, stay warm, and I'll see you on the next one.